Okay, so it's Wednesday, and the program is deadlifts and dips. So Monday was squat and lat pull downs. Today deadlift and dips, and Friday it's going to be squat, and I'm actually going to do rows. Okay, so this is basically it's an imitation or an adaptation of a Mike Mentzer idea. So Mike Mentzer had this idea of what he called the consolidation program, whereby he advocated 2 sets a week. So the squat and the pull down for 1 week, and then the next week you do the deadlift and the dips, and you do 1 set of each, so that's 2 sets. Yeah, a bit of warmth involved, obviously, you know, which I think is left up to the individual to work out. I'm not quite ready to adapt that. It's been an interesting experiment, but I think the problem with it is like many of us, we just like the training too much. We enjoy the training, so even if it's not absolutely optimal, you know, we always want to do more. Obviously, that's something that we got to bear in mind and combat it if necessary. But I'm just experimenting with this, see how it goes. So I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday as outlined, but I'm also going to be doing quite a lot of cardio work. So there will be two hard cardio sessions, so that's Tuesday and Saturday, and a couple of easy sessions. Okay, I'll see how it goes. You know, it's simply a case of suck it and see. So if the you know, essentially, I suppose the bottom line for me in all this is the squat improving. That's my main focus. I think it's good to have a main focus. So is the squat improving? Okay. I'm doing these stood on a slightly on a bit of a platform. Okay, it's not much of a platform. It's a bit of a platform. I'm not quite standing on the floor. I'm on this platform, which, as you can see, is pretty thin. It's not much of a platform. But it doesn't make a difference, so you do get more quad involvement. I've never actually used this bar before, so it's not a new bar, it's an old bar, it's got plenty of rust on it, but I've never actually used it, so I'll see how it goes. Okay, it's not a deadlift bar or anything like that, it's just an ordinary bar, cheap bar probably. Don't know, I can't make out a brand of it. Okay, so I've done a bit of moving about, not much, just a bit. Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons that I wanted to go down this route as well is because you know, I realise I'm getting. It's also a contradiction. You know, what do you want? Yeah, okay, you want to improve your list, but you know, who wants to get, you know, enormously out of shape in the process? So, you know, I do recognise, you know, I've been trying to deny it, but I do recognise that I'm putting on plenty of blubber. So I think that process has got to stop. So the eating is going to be a bit more controlled going forward. Hopefully we'll be able to see that on the videos. I don't know. You know, as long as I don't get any fatter, that's not so bad. But yeah, I'm going to rein in the eating a little bit, and as I say, there's going to be plenty of sort of like conditioning work involved as well. So I suppose it's two-pronged, and it is a bit contradictory. I want the squat improvement, but I also want the conditioning improvement. But I'm hoping that there is some synergy between conditioning and very high rep squats. You know, 20 rep squats. I think there is an overlap there. Anyway, on with the show. So I'm going to do warm up with the deadlift. Take it to a top set. And the deadlift's not going to be 20 reps. You know, I did a 20 rep set last week, and I continued to do the research. And you know, nearly every source says 20 rep deadlifts are a bad idea. So I'm going to go with the flow. Okay, probably looking at something like 10 rep deadlifts. So in one way it's good because the deadlift is going to preserve the sort of like preserve the strength more, whereas the 20 rep squats, they're going to be very light, you know, out of necessity to get 20 reps, obviously. So there'll be a little bit more variety, which should preserve my ability at both ends to a certain extent. But, you know, I suppose the burning question is in all this, you know, or the obvious question is 4 sets, well, no, sorry, 6 sets a week. What's, you know, can it do anything? Well, I want to explore that. You know, I suppose it's only going to take a few weeks to work it out. Then we can either keep going or mark it down to experience as not a good viable path. Okay, I'm touching the rowing machine behind me, so I need to get forward a little bit. See if I can move everything better. Yeah. The trouble is, I've got this shed and I filled it up with rubbish, and now it's overcrowded, which is, it's okay. I mean, you can move things around so you can get in a variety of workouts. I think we're at the limit of its capacity, really. Trying to move this bike a little bit backwards, and then I can move the rowing machine more out of the way, let's say. Not having great success so far. That's it. So it's just a case of choosing your battles. You can't do everything at once, you know. So when I started filling up this home gym, let's call it, when I started filling it up, I was thinking, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do the other, I can do this, do that, and the other, and eventually you get so many toys and so many implements that you have to pick and choose which you're going to use in any particular phase of your training. Okay, let's have another go with this. Okay, that's 60. It is 60, it's a 7-foot bar this time. So 7-foot bar and 2 20s, so it's a definite 60. Okay, I'll go up to 100. So stick another 20 kilos on it. Hold on. Yeah, no clip. Okay, that's 100. Probably go, let's think about it. 120. Then I'll do a top set at 130. Okay, 120. Another 10. So I'm going to do this without a belt or anything. Okay, it's a higher rep stuff. It's not massively heavy. I'm pretty used to deadlifting without a belt. Squat's another matter. That is really challenging. To squat without a belt for me is really challenging, but deadlift not so much. Okay, so yeah, 120. Just get a rep or so. Okay, that's 120, so let's go 130. 130 colour. Yeah, this is it, this is the top set. Just 130 kilos. Colours. Oh, yeah, I'll say it again and again and again. You know, I meant to advocate failure training, you know, and beyond failure, and extreme hold the bar until it falls out of your hand sort of thing. I think, personally, that is simply taxing your system at the extreme end for no real gain. I believe that once you hit failure, or once you are even, you don't even have to hit failure. Once you've gone beyond what you previously managed to do. In other words, let's say you did 100 kilos for 10 reps, and then you do 102.5 kilos for 10 reps. You've gone beyond what you could previously do. Yeah, I think that constitutes an unaccustomed stress which will be sufficient to get the results. No, obviously, I'm no scientist, and I believe that science is only telling us so much, because let's face it, there's not much money or not any great pressing need to research this stuff scientifically, and there are so many variables involved. I mean, for example, you can do a 10-week study, a 15-week study, a 1-year study. I don't even know if they do 1-year studies, but you can do these extreme, these studies. But how does that compare to training for decades? What is the effect on your body, on your joints, on your system of training with weights for decades? Yeah. So I imagine that in the shorter term, many schemes seem to be fine. But if you think about doing them for years on end, then issues might arise. Anyway, let's do this one. So yeah, it's not a case of going. I don't think it's a good idea to go to absolute failure on squats and deadlifts. I think that you just simply need to have a target in mind and try and beat it, maybe. Okay, I haven't got a concrete target today because this is the first time I've gone for the 10 rep thing. So today's going to be the line in the sand, and then I'll have a target to beat. Okay, but yeah, I mean 130 on a slight platform. I'm thinking 10 reps sounds about right. And maybe what I'll do, thinking about it, when I get to the end, I'll give it a 10 count and do a rest pause rep or so. Put the final nail into it. Okay, that was 8 plus 1. Yeah, good. 8 plus 1 to beat. Okay. I mean, that doesn't feel half as bad as doing the 20 rep squat idea. So even though, you know, I was pretty much at my limit, it didn't feel awfully, god awfully mental terror. It was just hard. So I'm going to write that in my book as 8 plus 1. So that's 8 fairly consecutive reps, 10 breaths, and another one. Okay, I'm going to do a few dips to finish it, and that's it. 2 sets. Okay, I think I'll use a. Okay, I'll do a single body weight. I'll do a body weight single, and then I'll put a little bit of weight on for the set. Don't know if you can see this. I'll move it around a little bit just in case. But yeah, it is what it is. It's hard work, but there's so little of it. So does it actually, does it do what Mensa says? Is the intensity alone sufficient? That's just something I'm going to explore. So I'm not dogmatically going to say, oh, it's all volume, it's all intensity. I'm not going to say that at all. I'm just going to give this a whirl just to see what happens. Okay. Let's try, I don't know, 10 kilos. Let's put 10 kilos. I mean, as I was on my last cut, I was doing plenty of dips, and I definitely got into some heavier weights. But I've neglected them for a while, so this is a bit of a restart. The thing about chins and dips is that they're very attractive when you're actually cutting body fat, because it tends to help the process. It tends to help the chins and the dips to be lighter. So the lighter you are, in general, there's a bit of an advantage. But I've gradually become ever more fluffy pursuing these squats and deadlifts and bench presses, because this is like the opposite. I suppose it's the opposite end of the spectrum. The chins and dips stuff, yeah. Dieting down does you no harm on chins and dips. In fact, it's probably the best thing you can do, thinking about it. But squats, bench, deadlift, no, not really. Then the body weight helps, particularly with the bench press, I think. Slightly less so with the squat, but still there.
Deadlift, iffy, I'm not sure. I mean, more body weight. I'm going to say squat, bench, deadlift. All three of them kind of improve, really, generally speaking. But as I said, I've been neglecting these dips because I've not been cutting down at all. Quite the opposite. I've been bulking up, and I think I've gone a bit too far. So I'm going to hopefully. I'm not saying I'm going on a cut. I'm not going to go on a cut, but I'm just going to rein it in a bit, just to maintain for a while, maybe. Let's see. Hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to do this set. This set is going to go to failure. In fact, I might even make it a drop set. So I'll do the weight, 10 kilo weight. Go to my limit. Drop the weight. Do a couple more reps, hopefully. I counted. Okay, drop that. Oh, that's it. 12 and 3. Okay, so that's the state of my my fatty dips. Fat boy doing dips. So 10 kilos for 12 reps. Drop set. Body weight only for 3. That's it, and that's it for today. Believe it or not, that's the full repertoire for today. As I say, though, I'm going to be doing a bit more conditioning. So tomorrow I'm going to do a nice zone 2 cardio effort. Hopefully I'll get up to about the 1 hour mark. Okay, that's it. That's your lot. Bye.